What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Commentary with Mack, where we talk about anime and video game news that is happening right now. So it looks like they saw the video, and to be honest with you, I'm very pleased with it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Neil Druckmann has confirmed that there is a Last of Us Part 3 in the works. Now, they said the story isn't done, but they do have a concept that they're working with. Neil also states that it should be just as good as 1 and 2, and also that it's a story on its own, but will connect the entire universe. And I know everybody's really happy about this. The only thing that really scared me was if Naughty Dog sees fit and feels as though they have another project that they're passionate for, that we won't get The Last of Us 3. But I know that even if we don't get a Last of Us Part 3, whatever they drop is going to be fire. Remember, these are the same people that gave us Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, the whole Uncharted series, and the 72 Last of Us and Last of Us remakes that have come out. So I know whatever the IP is that they're gonna drop is probably gonna be fire. Honestly, I think it's time to boycott 2K.
Was that right?
Last year, Take-Two, the developers of 2K, were sued over microtransactions. Now, me and the guys have already done a video about microtransactions. You can go check it out on the YouTube. So I'm not here to talk about how microtransactions are ruining gaming, but this lawsuit focuses on how VC is being used in 2K and also how we can't carry VC from one game to the next. And in the lawsuit, they classify this as theft. And I agree, if you spend over $150 on VC and you still have VC left over from 2K23, I should be able to bring that over to 2K24, and so on and so forth. It's funny because this is not the first time 2K has been sued. They were also sued in 2022 for its predatory nature when it comes to microtransactions in the game, while also selling the game at the same price as other AAA games. Basically, in order to play certain parts of 2K, you have to spend almost over $150 to be decent, and the game already costs $70 to buy. We've talked about this model that 2K should have, which is like Fortnite. You make the game free, and every time you want to update your roster for the next year, just charge a small fee. But do you want to know what 2K's response was for being sued? They've created a new terms of service, which is due by February 28th, stating that you can't sue them for anything that's going on in the game. This includes if they take your clothes, take your VC, or strictly just ban you from the game for no reason. And if you don't sign it, your access will be restricted on the game. So I think it's time we get 2K out of here, man. To me, the biggest reason on why this is happening is because there is no competition left when it comes to basketball games. The last kind of basketball game that came out besides 2K was NBA Live 19, which saw terrible reviews.
Jesus Christ.
And look, EA, if you're watching this video right now, I think this is a perfect time for you to sneak back in with a new basketball game. We're all tired of 2K and we want to try something new. You've had over 5 years to develop something that is decent. Hopefully you motherfuckers wasn't twiddling your thumbs. And to be honest with you, it doesn't have to be EA. It could be any game developer. Just give us the basketball game that we deserve. Another thing we should boycott is live action TV shows and movies. Like, at this point, enough is enough.
It's enough slices!
If you aren't living under a rock, you would have heard about the live-action adaptation for Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV series that is coming to Netflix. We just did a reaction video for the trailer. You should go check that out. But if you're not under that same rock, you would have heard about so many issues that are happening with the TV series about to drop at the end of this month. Now, I have too many grievances with this, so I'm only gonna pick at like a couple of them. Number one, change. To be honest, I have to see how they do it, so it just depends, but I have no faith that they're gonna do this right. Another thing that they're wanting to change is Katara's character traits. And if you really ask me, I'm not even happy with the skin tone of the person that they picked to be Katara. No offense to the young lady, I'm sure she's a wonderful actress, and you gotta go get your money.
Give me my money! Okay, give me my money! Okay, give me my money!
My issue is more towards the casting director. If you watch the show, you know that Katara is darker skinned, and the person they got to play her is not that. Again, no shots to the actress. It's not her fault. She got to go get her money. But at the same time, they need to stop doing this. It's nasty. And lastly, but most importantly, this is a kids show. Netflix, listen to me loud and clear. If you wanted to make a Game of Thrones type show, make a Game of Thrones type show. Most of the people that want to watch this show are already adults today. You don't need to change it. This is the second time they're doing a live action adaptation of this show. We all saw the first one, and we all agree. Absolute dog water. And from what I'm hearing from other creators, as well as the reports that I've been seeing, this one might be just as bad. Now again, the trailer looks amazing. The CGI looks impeccable. On point. But none of that really matters if you don't get the story right. There are things that you can omit because I know you have to push a story along, but changing characters and changing the whole theme of the show, that ain't it. Nasty. And lastly, Adult Swim is dropping a new anime called Ninja Kamui. This story follows a former ninja named Joe Hygen who escaped from his clan and is living in the US. One night, he was walking around and got ambushed by a team of assassins. And it was his former clan. And when I say they beat the brakes off that man, they beat the brakes off that man. And they beat him because he left the gang. All because he left. Crazy. I'ma tune in. Now, if you haven't seen the trailer, you can watch it. It looks amazing. This will be on Adult Swim as well as Max this month. So I hope you're gonna tune in because I know I will. And with that being said, thank you for watching another episode of Commentary with Mac, where we talk about anime and video game news. Peace.